Okay, so we've attached the zips, and see, I've ironed out all those parts, and you can see how clean they are looking, and the dart lines matching. Note this. So this is the back of the jumpsuit. This is where we are at, and this is the crotch area. And the down part, I decided to use a straight stitch to hold it down instead of sewing it, instead of using hemming gum like I originally planned from drafting. But so I changed my mind, and it also came out nice like that. And this is because sometimes this hemming gum, if you don't have the good one, after steaming it, it might lose along the way, and that is not something we want. So let me show us the front piece before we go ahead to join them together on the sewing machine. And this is the front piece, looking quite clean and beautiful as well. Like, this is it. When you watch my classes, you see how neatly my work come out. So when I teach you, I don't teach you rubbish, I teach what I know. You follow my techniques and methods to sew, you will understand that, yeah, this is a well thought out class, and I'm not just teaching you rubbish. Okay, so this is it basically. And so it's time to start to join the back piece and the front piece, and of course the sleeve. All right, so this is the last episode for this particular class, and the next episode that is coming live tomorrow, because this class is, like I said, I'm going to run through for like a month and a couple of weeks. So I'm going to be posting almost every day. So if you come online on this page every day, you're going to be learning something new. That's what it means. Okay, for the next 2 months. Okay, then I might take a little break and then post as I used to, like once a week or something. Okay, so but basically this particular one, the next class that's coming is going to be a gown, so you can guess what kind of gown is going to be. All right, so this sleeve, this is the sleeve we are working with. I have also gone ahead to hem the edges of the sleeve as well. I've hemmed it and ironed it out. Now one of the sleeves is going to be having this as the gather at the top of it. All right, so now let's get to the part of let me show us how I'm going to attach this. So I've already run a loose stitch on it, and it's folded into two, which means this is the right side, the wrong side of the fabric is already inside. We're going to be using the one that is going to be the left sleeve, and this is going to be the left sleeve. Okay, so I'm taking this one out. I'm just going to open up this one. This spoof is going to be appearing on the left sleeve, so you can choose to put yours on the right or however you want it. You know, this, you can even do this as part of a design, like at every strategic point you just gather it will give you another kind of design. Now I'm giving you ideas, opening your mind to other possibilities. Okay, so you cannot, it doesn't have to be one particular design every time you want to make your sleeve. But this, I'm recreating a design for someone. That is why I am doing it strictly this one, because this is a recreation. Okay, so you can decide to tweak it a little bit and add ruffles or whatever, just design it to your own taste. Okay, so I'm just going to be measuring the part I want this to stop, to come down here to like 4 inches. Okay, this is 4 inches here. I'm going to mark it, and from here I'm going to come this way and mark 4 inches as well, or 4.5 inches, however. So then I'm going to take up this, and I'm going to find the middle, and this middle, I am going to be placing this middle exactly at the middle of the sleeve, so that when I gather it will be evened out. That is the purpose of this. So now I am going to go ahead and pin it down and gather them. So I will take this to the machine and I will gather and sew it. So basically what you're going to do is pull on one of the sleeve, because I made this stitch very loose. Okay, so I'm just going to pull on one and then use your hand to spread the gather as you pull it. Okay, so here we have this coming this way, and so I am going to just keep gathering this until we have something like this, and I'll repeat the same thing on this side, and then I'm just going to go ahead and top stitch it before I attach this to the main the bodies. Okay, so first now we're going to go ahead and attach and sew this, and mind you, you will have to do overlocking. Overlocking is weaving. You're going to weave the places that are loose, so that it will give the inside clean inside as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, and we already know how to fold in the shoulder. If the shoulder has a lining like this, it makes it easier for you to give it a neat shoulder. So you just hold in. I'm putting this is the front part, and the one on the top is the back, and I'm just going to use the lining to cover this part. You can pin it down and then sew with 1/2 an inch, or however whatever inches you have set aside for this. So I'm going to go ahead and sew, and I'll do the same thing on this right before I attach the sleeve and then join the sides, and we're almost done. We're basically done. Alright, so now I'm gathering the puffy part of the sleeve, and I'm just tacking it to the main sleeve so that it will be easier to attach the sleeve to the bodice. So there won't be need for me to redo this process when I'm attaching the sleeve to the bodice, because there would have been one whole, one piece. Okay, so we're done. Here it is. So let's move on to sewing the shoulder line of the dress. Now that we're done sewing the shoulder line, let's arrange the bodice so that we can start attaching the sleeve to the bodice. So to know what side of the sleeve is for the front and the side that is the back, you just have to look closely at the top like this, the way it is cut out. Okay, the back side of the sleeve is higher, you can see higher than the front side. The front side is steep, it's narrowed down like this. Okay, so this is supposed to come here, and this one is coming here. So I'm going to find the middle. Here is the middle, and I'm going to be placing the middle exactly at the shoulder joining. I'm going to pin it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew. So I am starting from the top, from one edge to the other. So I'm going to also go ahead and attach the second sleeve. Okay, so I match the center to the center of the shoulder, and then I start from one edge and sew to the other edge, just like I did for the first one. Okay, whenever you're sewing a sleeve or to the dress, especially with an Ankara fabric or a fabric that has a little bit of stretch to it, always try to be careful not to pull it and make it too stretchy. Okay, okay, so it's time to join the sides together. Okay, so one thing you should note also when you are sewing the sides of your dress, also make sure to align horizontal lines, like the joining around the armhole. You measure it and you use your pin to hold it together. Measure the line of the armhole. Then if there are joinings on the bodies, okay, like this kind of joining here now, make sure to hold it together and pin it, so that when you sew, the lines will all stay on the same straight line, so that one will not be higher than the other. So if there's any join at any point or any part of the dress, be it a jumpsuit or a gown, when you're sewing it, make sure to always mesh the front and the back lines together and pin. Okay, so looking at this place now, you see that the edge of the trouser matches, and that's because I use pattern drafting to cut it. Although if you use freehand, you are most likely to get like that too, but when you use pattern drafting and you follow your pattern accurately, you are more likely to be more accurate than using freehand. Okay, I've sewn this side all the way to the done. Okay, now I'm going to be starting on the other side, so I'm just going to gently pass it down this way and start from the sleeve as well. Okay, so just like I sewed the other side, the first side, I'm just working my way through, sewing with 1 inch seam allowance and just gently going all the way until I get to the end. Okay, so now I am going to be sewing this side. And okay, I like to match this. If you look at the direction of the joining, the front crotch, that is the direction I push this other side. And because the zip is directionless at the back, so I try to cover that part of the zip as well and just move it to the opposite direction of that of the front. So you can pin it to keep it in place before you sew. Hold this place together, pin it before I start sewing. Optional. Okay, so now I'm just going to start sewing with 1 inch and just work my way through. Okay, so at this point I want to also thank all my new subscribers, because we've been getting some new subscribers lately. Thank you guys for staying with me, and I hope you just enjoy all of my videos. And this is the end of this series, and the next series is starting the very next day as this one drops. So please don't forget to join in that class. And so if this class was of any help to you, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Look at the outcome, looking so beautiful. And so please don't forget to join in our other classes. And thanks for tuning in with me. And to the old subscribers, thank you so much. See you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.